I've learned a lot of stuff from my dad. Some of it good, some maybe not so much. Over the years, I've helped him to move furniture, maintain bikes, put up kitchen cabinets and clean out tropical fish. I've also gone with him to visit lots of different churches at which he was taking services, and sometimes I'd just sit in the congregation. Sometimes he'd ask me to participate in one way or another. I know there are things that he'd have liked me to learn alongside him, which I didn't, particularly when his head was stuck under the bonnet of our latest car trying to get it moving again. But there's plenty that I have picked up. How to do some simple yet important jobs around the house, plumbing in a dishwasher, fixing things that have been broken, keeping your tropical fish alive. And that no job has really been done properly unless you've bashed your head at least once. Most of these things that my dad taught me, he did so by inviting me to work alongside him. And working alongside him had an additional benefit too. It deepened our relationship. There are a number of times in Scripture where Paul refers to Timothy as his son in the faith, or like a son. And I think Paul teaches Timothy in the same way my dad taught me. They work alongside one another. Let me read a few verses from Acts 16. Paul came to Derbe and then to Lystra, where a disciple named Timothy lived, whose mother was Jewish and a believer, but whose father was Greek. The believers at Lystra and Iconium spoke well of him. Paul wanted to take him along on a journey, so he circumcised him because of the Jews who lived in the area, for they all knew his father was Greek. As they travelled from town to town, they delivered the decisions reached by the apostles and the elders in Jerusalem for the people to obey. It's simple, really. Paul picks up this young man, this young Christian called Timothy, and he takes him travelling. They journey together, and as they journey, Paul includes Timothy in his mission of sharing the good news. And this is a great example of what we call discipleship. Helping someone else, or two people helping one another to grow in the faith and in the gifts that God has given them. It's also exactly what Jesus did with his disciples. They journeyed together, and as they journeyed, they were taught. They were shown how to live as followers of Jesus. They were given opportunities to go and do these things for themselves. Just as Jesus discipled the 12, Paul discipled Timothy. Journeying through life with others and working alongside them is a wonderful way to help them grow and learn. A wonderful way for them to help us grow and learn too. And the relationship between the two, as you disciple one another, as you work together alongside each other, the relationship that grows is profound as well. And this is really what my dad did with me, yes, as he was teaching me to siphon water out of a fish tank without swallowing any. But also as he took me to those churches, as he invited me first to watch and then to participate, as we talked and reflected on the services afterwards. We are all called to be disciples of Jesus. We are also all called to make disciples. And I think one of the best ways we can do this, that we can continue to learn about him, to deepen our relationship with him, to grow in our gifts, the way we can help others to do the same, one of the best ways is to work alongside Christ and to work alongside each other, to work together for his purposes. So who are you working with at the moment? Who is discipling you at the moment? Who are you discipling right now? Who are you working alongside for the purposes of God? How are you helping each other to grow?